It's time now to tackle the headline, and we're taking a look at the trades that no one is talking about, the unsung potential heroes who could be on the move. Now, we're all over here talking about which captains want out and where they could be off to, and it's almost diverted us a little bit, hasn't it, by some other big names and, I guess, lesser light sort of players who could be on the move this trade period. Now, I'm going to start with Charlie Curnow with you, John, because it's quite incredible. We sat here a few weeks ago and it was the biggest bombshell of a trade period that we'd seen in years, but suddenly we've got Zach Merrett and we've got Christian Petracca and we've got Jai Simpkin to talk about, and we've almost forgotten about poor old Charlie as he lives it up in the Big Apple.
So I think about players who've got real upside. So this is mostly a list about the money ball players, and if you can get them for cheap, they can actually have a really good, say, top 6 effort in your best and fairest. I'm not sure Christian Petracca has a huge upside because I don't think he's a very good kick anymore, even if he went to an Adelaide or a club like that. I just look at Charlie Curnow and I say that his next 5 years could be magnificent. Now, he's had to be the P at times. He's had to be double-teamed. If he rolls into this Gold Coast team with Max King, he might only have 5 years left, but he could win 2 flags in that time. Now, Dimma Hardwick's saying, we're not sure about our academy boys. We want to keep our Nepo babies. Give us a spell, Dimma. No one believes you. No one thinks that you believe that. Now, I know that they would like to keep Jed Walter and Ethan Reid, but you know what? We say that you love the academy boys. We also say your task in the first 5 years is to win flags. So if you've got to make a ruthless decision, if you've got to make a decision that costs you an academy kid who might one day in 40 or 60 or 80 games be a very good player, who cares? Because Charlie Curnow into that side, it makes it tick. Think of the delivery from Rowell, from Miller, from Davies, from Humphrey. It would be absolutely elite. It would be on a silver platter. Get it done, Damien Hardwick.
Fits the demographic perfectly as well, doesn't it? Sort of age profile that they haven't really got. You've got a lot of young guys and then a couple of older guys, and he would slot in perfectly. You two are the newspaper people. If you all had a story on the same day, Petracca, Merrett and Curnow was getting traded, who takes the back page?
Right now it's Merrett, because there's more drama in Essendon and we love a little bit of drama. Right, but hey, there's plenty of time for Carlton to get really messy as well.
What about Petracca or Curnow then? Happens same day?
Carlton sells paper.
Yeah, Carlton. Definitely blue turmoil, that's for sure. Interesting to see how he works with Ben King in that forward line, though, too, because we saw how it worked or didn't work, of course, with McKay there. Now, Sam Flanders is a name that I want to put to you because it feels like he's one that could go and add some value at another club. Well,
could it be part of the Curnow deal?
Absolutely.
Could he unlock that deal? And that would be a great piece because you think, I mean, Carlton, their best play clearly as a contracted key forward is to say, hey, he's our guy, we're not interested in trading him, all the usual stuff we expect to hear this time of year. But due to be a nice piece to get back, as much as you don't want to lose Charlie Curnow. And you look at what Carlton need, and they need really good distributors that can play down back, give them good midfield minutes, everything else. He feels like he would perfectly fit the Blues next.
Yep, so secure to Carlton, Essendon and Melbourne are the 4 clubs that he will meet, having told Gold Coast he'd like to explore his options there. He had the 5th most disposals in the AFL last year. This year he probably got pushed to half forward, which is not ideal. I don't think he's a penetrative kick, but he's a really neat kick. And clubs like Carlton need neat kicks because most of their kicks are butchers, let's face it. That is a huge upscale on some of their current players. And so,
you could play any line.
Yep, any line. We saw young O'Keefe as well. Like, they've got some kids there too. So you play Harry Mackay 15 or 18 games, which he tends to play. You know, you play a young Walter or Reid, and you bring in a Flanders, who's a bit of a plug and play, and you get Walsh back for a full season. You're not a premiership outfit, but you are building again. And it's the right decision long-term for Carlton, who, let's face it, aren't going to win a premiership in the next 2 years.
I'll whip through some names before we have to get going, but Buku Khamis from the Western Bulldogs, Corbin?
Great swingman. He'd be an absolutely valuable asset for any club in the competition, so I can understand why there's a lot of interest in him. Heart and soul Western Suburbs guy, so I imagine it'd take a bit to pull him away from the kennel, but gee, I'd be interested if I was a rival club.
Has Liam Jones got one more year left in him, or more as a sort of rookie minimum chips type in case your 3 key tools fall over?
We're both making the same face here, Corbin, aren't we? It's one of great hesitation.
Depends how your list spots are going. He's good insurance, but I'm not sure he'd be in your starting 22.
Yeah, nice backup. What about Jug McVee? You followed this one closely.
So I still think that he can stay now. He was unsure whether he could play as that lockdown defender who plays on really quality targets and just doesn't get to express himself. I think he wants to let the freak flag fly. I think I got that right.
Just.
So he wants to play as a more attacking half back. And I think if you're Stephen King, of course, mate. Yeah, of course. You want to play a bit of midfield as well. Do you want to play centre-half forward? You promise him the world. and then, as sometimes happens, sorry, mate, go and play on the small defenders again. So I think the fact that he's got a young, progressive, exciting coach with great relationships in Stephen King, I would hope that would mean that he would stay at Melbourne.
Guys we're not talking about at the moment that perhaps we will be later in the trade period, Campbell Chesser. So pick 14 to the West Coast Eagles. He obviously went there at the worst time in the club's history. They've never been poorer than they have been at the moment. Really all he's known for is having that huge oversized jumper when he was originally drafted, which was an absolute shocker. But you don't accidentally go pick 14. So a lot of guys identify him as a top guy. And even look at Harley's year this year compared to last year. When you have big bodies and guys like Elliot Yeo and support around you in a midfield, we saw what these young guys were able to do. Imagine Campbell Chesser, if he can get a bit of support and doesn't have to be one of the main guys in a young developing midfield, I think he'll thrive in a different environment.
It's a huge loss for them. You don't want to give up your first round picks, including those who you've put so much time into, and then all of a sudden walk away. So they'd want something really good back to try and attack the draft, maybe with a local or even a ready-made player.
Incredible stuff from both of you. That's it from us on Tackle the Headline. We'll see you next time.